Hey everyone's Chris here, and we are going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag, and I also want to give you guys some details for my 500 subscriber giveaway. Thanks so much to everyone who's followed me recently. I know a lot of that's thanks to Emma Books, and their post they did about LGBT booktubers. They had like a little list in one of their videos, and I was in that list, which was really great. It's so interesting. It's honestly so great having so many queer booktubers on BookTube and people talking about LGBTQ books because like I've been doing this for like years and like there's been a lot of us out here doing this for years, and then there's people who like were posting about queer books a couple years back who aren't even around anymore, I'm friends with and who I still talk to outside of BookTube, and it's really great how much that's grown on BookTube and that there's so much queer content on BookTube. There's so many books that are out there for us to talk about, honestly, which is really great. So I was really excited about hitting 500 very suddenly. I was not prepared. And I've also been like super busy since it's happened. I think it was like several weeks ago, but like work and like writing and everything. So here we finally are. Gonna do a little subscriber giveaway. I'm gonna do the giveaway info first. So the giveaway is going to be open until, I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks from when this video is posted. We'll say that. 2 weeks from when the video is posted. And the only conditions are you need to subscribe to my channel. 2, let me know that you want to enter in the comments section down below. And 3, if you're this is not even a requirement, but if any new subscribers or anyone has any questions for me, you can totally put them in the comments down in this video as well. I'll be answering those in the upcoming video. So you don't have to put a question to enter, but if you have any questions, go for it. I did a Q&A once, like forever ago. I watched it recently, and like the thing that stood out to me was like, A, I looked very different. 2, that bookshelf was so neat when I did that Q&A. Oh my god. Like one of my videos back around then, it was so neat, and it's so not anymore, and there's so many books for me to fit on it, and I don't even know what to do with myself, but yeah. So yeah, be subscribed, let me know that you want to enter, leave a question if you want to. 4, I guess, is be willing to share your address, because I have to send you the books that way. Also, I didn't even tell you guys what you're winning. Your winner gets up any book or books up to $25 through Amazon or a book depository. Either one works. I think book depository ships pretty much everywhere, so it could be international. I'm pretty sure Amazon does too. I have Amazon Prime, so really you could get 2 or more, probably 2 books on Amazon if you want to do it through Amazon. And I can send it through you too, through Prime prices, depending on who you are. But yeah, because I get books for a pretty good price on Prime normally. So yeah. That's gonna be it. You get 1 or 2 books pretty much, maybe 3. I don't know. There's some cheap books out there. What if you could technically get all digital books and get like a bunch of ebooks if you want it up to $25. That would totally be optional too. So like really whatever you want to do with it, it's up to $25 for the winner. So yeah, just let me know in the comments down below, and let's get into the tag that I wanted to do. So first question was best book you've read so far in the year, and really I don't think there's a standout for me, which is unfortunate, but like I think some of the ones that are kind of popping out to my mind are Social Intercourse by Greg Howard, but that's really just because I just read it, I think. That book is not perfect. It has a lot of issues, but I also gave it 5 stars and loved it. So there we are. Another one is The Apocalypse of Lena Mendoza by Sean David Hutchinson. I really enjoyed the story. I really enjoy Sean David Hutchinson's writing, and there hasn't been really a full miss for me besides, what's the story? At the Edge of the Universe. Besides that one, there hasn't been a miss for me yet from him, and in this kind of style. How to Make a Wish and by Ashley Harry Bake and The Wedding Date are also standouts and things that I think might be in like my top 5 within a year potentially. I really enjoyed both of them a lot, and The Wedding Date really surprised me. I did not expect to like it nearly as much as I did, or to just be so pulled into these characters and their story, especially because it's not even a queer book. The other 3 books were all queer, and this one was not, and I was very about it. So surprise to me. So yeah, no like major standout for them. My major standout for webcomics though, because there absolutely is one, is Rock and Riot. Blew me away. Was not expecting it. amazing, just so much. So yeah, that we're gonna talk more about Rocket Ryan in a second though. Best sequels you've read so far this year. So guess what? I don't think I've read any sequels, guys. I've read continuations in like web comics and comic forms, but I have not read any sequels. So no answer for two. Number 3 is a new release you haven't read yet, but really want to. I'm going to say one book, Let's Talk About Love by Claire Keiynan. I really, really am surprised I haven't picked this up yet. I really have no excuse. I was so excited for it. It's one of my most anticipated releases of the year. Still didn't read it yet. 2, Running with Lions, which was a story that popped up on me. I didn't know I was going to want it until like the couple weeks before it. I was like, oh my god, this sounds so interesting and like something I really want. And then I ordered it, and I have it somewhere in the house right now. I think it's probably on my other shelf, like on my like not shelf but like desk. But I still haven't read it yet either. I'm a mess. Hopefully I'll get to it. We'll see. 5 is Biggest Disappointments. That is obviously 3 Truths of the Lie by Brent Hardinger. I feel like Brent Hardinger, I love Geography Club, I love Russell Meadowbrook, I don't love all the books in the Russell Meadowbrook series, and I haven't read The Futon Years yet, but I really want to. But 3 Truths and a Lie was just so freaking disappointing, and I thought it was going to be so good, I thought it was going to be so interesting. I was like, mystery thriller, there's gay characters, I'm about it, but I was not about it, and it was horrible, and the characters were so despicable and like horribly written, and the one girl character was just I don't know, it was just so bad. It was so bad. I ranted about it in a video while I was very, very drunk. If you want to go check that out, I'll put a link to it down below. I had a lot to say. I really did. I was very disappointed. But yeah, that. I also don't have the book anymore because I think I unhauled it. I think I just got rid of it. I really do. I think I like, took it to the shelf downstairs. I'm like, here, someone in my building can have it and deal with the whatever. I don't know, man. I just didn't want it anymore. I got rid of it. Biggest surprise? Absolutely On the Edge by Daryl Banner. I don't read as much erotica as I used to. I used to read a good amount of MM erotica a year, but like I kind of moved away from it just because of the way some of it's written. Daryl Banner stuff, so good. It was like great plotting, great relationship development, and then fantastic sex scenes as well. And like I've read several things by him that I've really enjoyed. And he has some full-length like romance novels that I want to read that I haven't read yet. But like some of these shorts have been so good. On the Edge was a little bit longer, like a novella length, and it was just so much more than I expected to be from reading the description. And I was just very, very about it. So I'm a fan of Daryl Banner right now, and we'll be reading more of his stuff before the end of the year probably, if I get a chance to. So yeah. News fictional crush. So I've always said this, I don't have fictional crushes on any of the characters in these stories. The only exceptions ever have been like Harry Potter characters, and that's because I got to see them. You know what I mean? Like, there was an image there already. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. You probably know what I mean, but it's okay. So I had to think about it, and I think the character I'm going to say is actually Clyde from Rock and Riot. And I don't know, I just really liked Clyde and Jean's relationship, and I liked the development of it, and I just like Clyde as a character. There's some scenes in the story where I'm like, yeah, if I was in high school, I would be going for Clyde. Like, they're just like moments where I'm like, yeah, he would have been my type in high school 100%, you know what I mean? So there was a lot of moments like that in the comic, and I was just like, yeah, so probably, like, where I'm like, I was identifying with Jean, and in Clyde's relationship, and then wanting to be Jean, if that makes sense. That sounds weird, but like we're also going to talk about Jean in the next question anyways, you know what I'm saying. Number 9 is your newest favorite character, and that's Jean. Jean is gray ace. Gray asexual. I don't talk about much on the channel, but that's kind of where I identify on the ace spectrum. And he's homoromantic. So literally like me, and I was like, I was not expecting to see a character with my identities or near my identities in a story, especially because I kind of just identify as queer and kind of go from there because it's a little complicated for people. You don't really see that, especially I didn't expect to see that in a story set in the 50s with like biker gangs, to see a character who I was like, Oh, that's me. I was not expecting that at all, and I really, really enjoyed that. Gene's definitely one of my favorite characters, and that's not even the only reason why he's one of my favorite characters. He's like this nerdy guy who he's had those romantic feelings for Clyde for a very long time, and I feel like that drove him to do things in his past. I would have loved to watch how, like, seeing it from his perspective when he joined the biker gang, because you know he joined for Clyde. I know he joined for Clyde. He definitely wants to fit in and like kind of like would do anything to fit in with that group, but he wants to fit into that group because that's Clyde's friends. He's Clyde's friend, and he wants to fit in that group because they're part of Clyde's life as well. And I don't know, I really liked his character a lot. I was kind of wishing I could read more of him actually after I finished Rock and Riot for sure. I definitely wish I could like see more of the character because I liked his character a lot. A book that made you cry, I'm going with They Both Die at the End because I didn't prepare myself. I'm fairly certain I cried. I wasn't sure if I cried until I looked back at my review where I said, yeah, I cried. But yeah, now I remember crying. So, I cried. Adam Severa has that effect on me. I cried at History is All You Left Me at points in that story. I wasn't prepared. And then More Happy Than Not, which is somewhere on my shelf as well, back there. It's Larry behind Leah's on Offbeat, actually. I know exactly where it is. That book was an emotional roller coaster that also broke me. So Adam Severa has a habit of breaking me, and I cry. I cry at a lot of things, though, so really, like, it's not hard to break me, honestly. Let's be real. So, yeah, but that book did it. A book that made you happy. Okay, so that's a really good question, and that's a really positive thing to think about, and I don't have an immediate answer. Like, the book just made me happy from start to finish. Don't know if there's one like that. There's definitely a webcomic like that. But am I about to talk about Orange Hickey Dad on here? Yes, I am. Orange Hickey Dad. It's a webcomic that you find on Tapio, and it's about this guy who goes to this restaurant. I'm pretty sure like a ramen restaurant or something like that, and falls for the older manager of the restaurant. And it's about him trying to woo this older man, and also the older man's younger teenage daughter kind of meddling in the situation, and it was cute, and I loved it. So yeah, that one made me super happy. I love webcomics that are just kind of romancy, cute, cheesy things, especially things with family aspects in them. That's really, really, just really great. I loved it. For a book, though, I'm going with Leia on the Offbeat. I got up and got it, guys. But yeah, this book was like not what everything I wanted to be, but I still really enjoyed it, and it made me happy to have a book in this universe that I really loved, because I loved Simon Versus. So following this book with Leia, and Leia dealing with her feelings, it was something I was really excited for, and I'm still really enjoyed, and I would love that we got this another peek into this universe that I really enjoyed. So I'm going to say this is a book that made me happy. Favorite book to film adaptation I saw this year? I Have to Get Up Again. Darn it. Love Simon. I saw an advanced screening of it and then still went and watched this film 6 times. Because I'm that kind of a person. I just love queer content, and I'm always here to support it. Like, I know adaptation is going to be different, and there's things that are going to change, and I accepted those things, and also really enjoyed this film. Cried at parts of it the first time I watched it. It's just really good. I enjoyed it a lot. Favorite video you've done so far this year? That's a really good question. I'm always partial to my most anticipated LGBTQ books video. I love doing that every year. It's really exciting to do the research for it and try to figure out, look and see what queer books are coming out, because I'm always very excited for that, to be honest. So yeah, that's definitely up there. I think the only other one I'm thinking that might beat it is the Pride Flag book tag. I think it's just, that was such a cute tag, and I had so much fun doing it that I know I'm probably going to want to do it again, like, next year. I've already done it twice, because I did regular version of it and the webcomic edition, but I'm probably going to do it again next year, come around Pride, because it's such a cute little tag. It's a little short, and I love that it, like, talked about, like, the meanings of the colors of the rainbow flag, and it's just really great, and I loved it. So yeah, I'm just very about it. Common Spence is awesome. Love his channel. And yeah, I love that tag. So that was really fun to do. I'm probably going to be doing one of my favorite tags of last year. I'm going to be doing a redo of it, so we'll see that when it comes around. I know it's going to be fun again, but that hasn't happened yet, so just stay tuned for that. Okay, so the 14th one is most beautiful book you bought so far this year. Can I just go with Let's Talk About Love by Clara Can, because I love this cover. I love the pose. I love the hair. I love the title. I love that this beautiful black girl is on this cover. I'm about it. Also, I haven't bought a lot of books this year. I've done like 2 hauls probably, and my hauls are always like a 1 or 2 books because I don't buy a lot of books. A lot of times I read from the library. But yeah, so I can't think of another book that was like a big standout for me for books that covers that I really like this year. Maybe that'll change as we go through the year. We'll see. It's not that many months left. We'll see. But yeah, definitely gonna go with Let's Talk About Love by Clara Can for now. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? Need to read? I would love to read Of the Abyss Around Us, because lesbian pirates space sounds really fun, and I really do want to finish it. Running with Lions, I'd love to start and finish that book. I want to finish Magnus Chase Book 3 because I still haven't yet. Still haven't been spoiled for anything either. Great job, friends. Thanks so much for getting me over 500 subscribers, everyone. That is so awesome. I did not expect that to happen right now. Especially, like, I don't know why. It was like, I was at 470 for like a while, and then it was just like, oh, okay, I'm over 500. What's going on? But yeah, thanks so much. That's amazing. I've been just doing this for a while, off and on, I guess, because I'm not very consistent. But it's nice to see people are still interested in what I'm posting. So I'll see you all in my next video, and hope you all entered the giveaway. Details are in the description.